Hey everybody. Welcome back, Facebook friends, associates, and YouTubers. I appreciate anybody that wants to drop by and catch up. Our sunshine here in Sharpsburg, Georgia has turned to clouds and rain. Had some thunder a while ago. Maybe it won't last too long. It doesn't really affect me much other than my state of mind. I prefer working in the sunlight. It helps me to see things a little bit better. But I was just going to give you guys a quick catch up here on our test spot. Well, it wasn't really a test spot where we had them bad scratches over there on our hood on this old F350 big hauling truck, dually, diesel, all that stuff. If you've watched the previous videos, you know all the steps that have been taken to this point. But I believe in my last video, before I ate lunch, which I just finished, here at Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement in Sharpsburg, what I did, and I told you I was going to, I took that 3000 grit damp sandpaper and damp sanded all those scratches we talked about previously. And you say, what is that little magnet thing doing there? Oh, I've got it on there next to those deeper scratches that were present, and I sanded and sanded and sanded for quite a few minutes. And yep, if you look, they are still, I can see that one over there is still, well, no, that's the light. Reflection from the light. That one I think is virtually gone. I mean, if I get real close, I can see it here in real time, but I don't think y'all can see that on camera. But over here where this thing is, if you catch the light just right, you can still see it is barely visible. I think y'all can see that, can you? Yeah, there it is. You see that? Yeah. But remember, it was real long. This was the deepest part of it. And, you know, I'm right up on it. So if you get right up on it, it is still barely visible, but not much. And I'm hoping our ceramic coating, when we get around to that, will help fill that even more. You take one step back and it just disappears altogether. And that, in my opinion, is as deep as I want to go into this clear coat on this really old vehicle. But, you know, sometimes, like I said, you just can't chase perfection. You're not going to get there without ruining your paint sometimes. But this entire vehicle could use wet sanding before polishing, but I don't think we're going to budget that, nor do I think it's really necessary on this vehicle due to what it is going to be used for and the life it's going to lead. But this is going to look extremely good when we're done. Extremely good. And many times better than it did when it first got here. But there again, it will go to a high level. But, you know, it could go to a higher level if I wet sanded the entire vehicle, particularly that roof up there. Oh, we'll get to that later. That thing's in horrible shape. And I may end up having to wet sand that anyway, Miss Jennifer, if you're watching or you watch this later. I'll just have to wait and see when I get to it. I'll probably do that this evening when I can back it out into a shaded area. It's hard to do this stuff in direct sunlight, but as you can see, this thing is so tall. If I do it in the garage, which I can do, I've only got very little room to work in up there. There's not much clearance between the roof and the ceiling of my garage. Even if that door was down, you know, it only gives you another, I don't know, what's that, 8, 10, 12 inches maybe, which is sufficient if you pull it all the way in. This thing will fit in my garage, barely, with the door down about an inch on the front and an inch on the back clearance. It will fit. I used to get my full-size Silverado in here. It would fit, just barely. I told somebody I needed a garage stretcher. But anyway, I just wanted to catch y'all up, especially Miss Jennifer, Mr. Tony. Show you the progress on this hood. Now I'm going to go on and do the rest of this side of the hood. And then I'll start probably on the painted part down here on the front end. It's not a very wide spot, you know, it's just across there. Have to get the little 3-inch polisher out, probably with an extension for the backing plate. I don't think my little 3-inch dual action is gonna go in there because of this. And if you ever tried to take one of these off, forget about it. But I'll probably use my rotary with a 3-inch on it and an extension on the end of it where I can reach in there. I've got an extension that's, I don't know, 8-10 inches long. I've got a shorter one. I'll probably use the longer one so I can get in there, or maybe even my nano polisher with the flexible cable. We'll have to see which works the best. All right, folks, we're off and running. Thank you, everybody, for watching.